Here we go. Round number 2, or match 2 rather, of our first set today. Counter Instigate versus Team AMAM. I've just realized I got one thing off on this thing here. Let me throw down the, let me throw that down real quick. Save as. Oh, you guys, I brought you back to my face. Oh no! It's okay. You guys can stare at me for a second while I get this next thing set up here. There we go. I forgot to put in the victory count for Team AMAM. Now, keep in mind, you guys, that Team AMAM love to get to these bushes fast. They love to win games in the first, like, 30 seconds here. Gato Gods, he's going to jump right in. Good damage from everybody, really. But they still need their 4th member. Where is Maddie Bay? This is a 4 versus 3, but it was a great jumping start from Team Counter Instigate. What an unfortunate way to have to back off of a team fight. They got a great jump out of, what is a Wolf there. If they had some crowd control, some backup CC, excuse me, they wouldn't have backup CC, some backup damage from Maddie Bay and the heals, they would have been able to stick with that fight for much longer and potentially pick up either a victorious trade or even a first blood. That was a great jump there by both V8 and Gato Gods, both on the exact same page. But Maddie Bay, being so far behind, forced them to have to back off and concede an early advantage. Now, I didn't get to mention the overall comp style here for Team Counter Instigate, and it's another well-rounded comp. If we're gonna see VA going for his AP Ezreal again, it's gonna be another AP heavy comp, which Team AMAM love to play against those AP heavy teams. I think that if you're playing against AMAM, you almost have to go for a double AD composition. In this specific case, he has the option to go either way, and I wouldn't mind if I saw him. I wouldn't mind seeing him going for something like even a blue Ezreal build here, considering they already have the Lucian. They just need some more attack damage here. They need attack damage to be their priority, or excuse me, their main source of damage rather. Nothing too crazy happened in this early phase, but you can see that Team AMAM are getting themselves a nice little wave clear advantage. Gross Pigeon still playing forward. He loves that sustain that he's got. He can take lots of damage. And plus, if he builds a good bit of health regen, which he has, in that Targon's, if I'm not mistaken, yep, in that Targon's brace, not only is he going to be sustaining through his gray health and his passive, but he's also going to be, oh, that's cool, but he's also going to be sustaining through that health regen as well. Let's see how much he gets back. He just took about 300 damage worth in gray health. He only gets, what, 50 back? But he's also sustaining off of his health regen as well, so he shouldn't be unhealthy for too long. Gross Pigeon moving forward. He wants to body block all of that damage. Team Counter Instigate, they're doing a great job of forcing Team AMAM. I don't want to say forcing them out of anything, but out-poking them, really out-trading them at this point. Nice work from Rethron as well to pick up those binds. A lot of it's going to come down to the Morgana this game, because Gross Pigeon is going to be easily bindable, being such an immobile champion. And what that means is that he's going to easily take a lot of damage. Now, like I mentioned, he can, but sometimes it might be a little bit too much. If they throw some focused damage down onto Gross Pigeon, they're going to be in a good spot here. But he gets bound up, but ooh, actually takes a lot of harassment there. Eric L and his Kog'Maw. One of the most important champions in AMAM's repertoire is the Kog'Maw. If you don't ban it out, they're going to know how to punish you really well. He's a champion like Janna who just has a few too many great stats on this map. His poke is a little bit too good for how good his wave clear is, if you know what I mean. Now, this is very different from what we saw in the last match. AMAM already had a hefty, kind of, I don't want to say hefty advantage, but they had a very large, aggressive playstyle. They were very, very far forward on the map. They had already shoved all the minions underneath Counter Instigate's tower. In this specific match, they haven't quite been able to do that yet, and we're already 4 minutes into the match. 4 minutes in the last match, the tower had already taken a good bit of damage as well. So this is, what, 3, 4, 5 minion waves that we've seen so far, where Team AMAM hasn't even been able to make any sort of siege at all. And that's a little bit odd to me, considering how much wave clear Team AMAM has through the Lux and the Kog'Maw, and how little wave clear Team Counter Instigate has. It's actually really surprising to me to see that Team AMAM have not been able to push forward into the tower, and it's mostly because Counter Instigate can easily win trades. With the Sona behind them, they can easily win trades because they can trade evenly and then they win after the fact. Ghost Freak moving forward, taking lots of damage. He ends up going down. Gato Gods flashes forward just in case he needs to secure the kill. He does do so before he even gets the flash. Well done, first blood. Once again going to Team Counter Instigate, but they take some damage in that trade. Gross Pigeon, real healthy, you guys. Real healthy, man. This Tom Kench, now you can see why he picked it. He just wants to soak up tons and tons and tons of damage. The sustain is going to be nice. And he can, you know, he can throw out those minions and poke a little bit, but I don't think that that's going to do much against a Sona sustain. Lots of mana regen from Matty Bay, just about as much as you need. Gato God's forced out of his barrier here, still takes tons of damage though. Now V8 pops the heal just to keep him alive, but that heal may have been misused. Gato Gods could go for, especially since this is a little bit of a slow time, and considering how healthy Counter Instigate's tower is at this moment, Gato Gods definitely should have gone for a sacrifice there. V8 flashes right into a bind. What is he doing? Gives away the second kill of the game to Team AMAM, and that's an important moment too, because Gato Gods had just gone so low and he was forced to go back. Even if he had started a successful team fight right there, it would have been 3 versus 4. What is it? Wolf ends up going down. Level 6 is now gained by Team Counter Instigate. They pick up another kill for themselves. Another important kill. Everything's going right for both teams right now. Every situation has just gone really well for both sides. That's why we're seeing everything so even. You know, no damage done to towers. The fights are always right in the center of the map. Things slow down just a little bit, but they're going to pick up real soon. It's been a poke battle so far. You know, this is kind of your standard poke off. Very retro this early game. V8, it looks like he is in fact going for his AP build. He loves the AP Ezreal, so we are going to see another AP heavy comp coming out from Team Counter Instigate. Question is, who's going to be building the Aegis for Counter Instigate? V8, he takes lots of damage, forced out of his ultimate right away. He gets good damage from it, but that kill goes over to Ghost Freak. Not the place you want that gold to be going. Nice bind there from What Is It Wolf. He just pops his ultimate and Counter Instigate, or excuse me, Team AMAM, they jump right on that. Well done. So bind for bind there, but the kill goes in favor of Team AMAM. And now that they've got a couple of minions, they're finally being able to set up their first shove. Finally getting to set up their first siege here. And like I mentioned, there's minimal wave clear coming out from Counter Instigate. So unless they can fight this one out, they're going to lose a lot of damage onto this turret. Gato Gods picks up a kill, but it looks like Gross Pigeon was just trying to give up one there. He wanted to get that sacrifice. Go back, get himself that Aegis. He saw he had enough money for an Aegis, and he just bought it outright. This is big. A big moment for Team AMAM, because the damage that Team Counter Instigate is dealing right now is minimal, and Team AMAM just picked themselves up kind of a map advantage, being able to get that first shove and get that tower down to about 60%, 55-60%. Counter Instigate are fighters for sure, and that's the reason why they've been able to keep this game so even. You know, with the wave clear advantage and the siege advantage, in my opinion, going over to Team AMAM, if you allow them to start hitting your tower, then you're gonna lose your tower, almost definitely. Uh-oh, nice double stun from What Is It Wolf, and huge damage, man. Gato Gods just dropped right away. 8 minutes and 6 seconds in, and the tower's still at 50% health, you guys. This is a good situation for Counter Instigate. If they can get to the late game with this Morgana and Sona, they're going to be in a real good spot. V8 jumps in, tries to get a full combo down, but doesn't find it. Only ends up getting bound out, taken down by Ghost Freak. Rethron looking for the big engage, but he's jumped into a 4 versus 2. He's forced to disengage right away. Nice ultimate from Ghost Freak. Picks up more damage on the Matty Bay and Rethron. This might be the first tower of the game, you guys. Another mistake made by Team Counter Instigate. They jump in a disadvantageous situation, give up a kill, and give up the tower. That's what we call a steamroll, you guys. Nice kill there from Matty Bay, but... Oh, it wasn't even a kill. What are we talking? It wasn't even a kill. How did Eric L end up going down? Did he get the sacrifice? I believe he did. Matty Bay was looking to snag that kill from right from underneath AMAM, but didn't get it. So first tower goes down, Counter Instigate lose Sona, and Eric L gets a sacrifice on his Kog'Maw, man. That's huge. That is huge. Peanut Butter says, say you love me, senpai. I love you, Peanut Butter. You the man. Nine minutes in. I mean, the timing is still good. Counter Instigate held on for a long time before that first tower went down. And it's just about delay. Against Team AMAM, it's about delay. Make sure that you can get as little, let them take as little as possible from you for as long as possible. And Team Counter Instigate are doing it well here, but they've still made a couple of faulty plays that disabled their ability to kind of defend and keep themselves alive. Disabled their ability to delay. Player Slayer rooting for What Is a Wolf. What is a Wolf has successfully given up first blood in probably like 40 out of the 50 matches that we've seen Team Counter Instigate play. It's what he's known for, by the way. Especially in the tournament circuit. AMAM tournament circuit. Oh my goodness, what is it? Wolf gets a beautiful bind on the V8 as he goes in for a diamond spider. He gets dropped right away, and another aggressive play that's just punished so hard by Team AMAM. Matty Bay and Gato Gods, the only two left. A nice ultimate from Gato Gods, but the shield from What Is It Wolf keeps him alive. It was decent, but you know what? It's things like that that make Counter Instigate lose these towers. That ultimate was required. That ultimate was needed to clear out these waves. Now Gato Gods does not have it. Lucian's one form of wave clear, unpunishable wave clear at that, was just used to try to take out What Is It Wolf and was unsuccessful. V8, he comes back just in time, and the defense is actually there. Minimal damage dealt to that tower. AMAM, AMAM. We're seeing the AMAM chants go down in Twitch chat. You guys are totally bandwagoners. Shield didn't save him. I know the shield. Well, the shield saved him from a little bit of damage. His movement saved him, but still. But Yate once again takes loads of damage. Gross Pigeon still real healthy, but you know what? This advantage that AMAM hasn't been gained because they have a Tom Kench. Tom Kench has been making a minimal impact on this match. It's been the misplays that Team Counter Instigate have been making that have been enabling Team AMAM to punish them really hard. It hasn't been victories for Team AMAM. It's just been them punishing and kind of been given opportunities to push forward. Babsa, as did Alistair Carey. No, not quite. V8 goes in for another combo here, and once again bound out. He's forced to pop his heel just so he can get away from a little bit of an extra poke that was dropped at the end there. Now 11 minutes in, 4 minutes now for Team AMAM to be able to take down this tower, and Inhibitor for them to be in their comfort zone. Counter Instigate, they have a lot of defending to do, but they have the Sona here, you guys. Level 11 Sona is a good one. The heals are strong with this one, so they should. If they play this out right, they should easily be able to, well, I can't say easily, but they should definitely be able to kind of keep themselves alive here. V8, once again, Arcane shifts right into a bind. This is about the third or fourth time we see him do that this game. Gross Pigeon, he wants the sack here, and this is a good thing. This is a good situation. Rethron is actually going to try to make an engage out of it, but Gross Pigeon's there to follow up. Eric L has lots of damage, and he gets the first kill, but Gato Gods jumps in for a double himself, jumps right back out. Big damage from Matty Bay as well, going to keep Ghost Freak at bay. V8 pops in for the closure and picks up the third kill of the fight, one for 3 in Team Counter Instigate's favor. A great team fight for them, but they need sacrifices. They need to go in and all three of them die right now, or else Team Counter Instigate, or Team AMAM rather, are going to be coming back too strong. If I was to give a suggestion to Team Counter Instigate in that situation where they were defending that second tower, it would not have been start a team fight and win it. It would have been do not start a team fight. It would have been do as little as you can. Look at this. Now 2 team members back right away. Gross Pigeon stuck in a really good situation, and this is the bad situation for Team Counter Instigate when Gross Pigeon pops his ultimate. I guess another good thing for Tom Kench here. Gross Pigeon pops his ultimate, is able to get Team AMAM back in the fight really soon with a lot of health and with new items. Now Team Counter Instigate stuck in the same exact position they were in 2 minutes ago before they won that team fight, but now Team AMAM is even stronger. Ultimate drops, nice black shield from Raythorn. Actually blocked a lot of that damage from What Is a Wolf there. That ult, so god. Well, the ult, it worked out well in that specific scenario, but there's going to be plenty of scenarios where Gross Pigeon will be the only one who goes down, and he'll still be able to use it, but he won't actually get, like, the passage of the ally in. The utility is cool, but when it comes down to it, there's few teams that I know of right now that I think would be able to utilize it to its fullest potential. Sona, right now, is the only thing that's keeping Counter Instigate in this game, you guys. The Sona is huge at this moment, keeping everyone healthy enough to be able to push forward, to be able to jump forward and trade with Team AMAM. So important. what is a wolf? He wants to get a sacrifice, and this is a really good situation. He was trying to possibly bait something out there. Rethron taking a Jinx ult to the dome, but Ye just gets dropped right away. What a silly play from the make. He doesn't even get much damage down, and that might even be the first tower, or the second tower rather. Rethron's also taken low. At least Maddie Bay is alive, and Maddie Bay has the ultimate available. She needs to drop it really soon so that Team AMAM aren't able to push forward and take this second tower. 14 minutes and 46 seconds in. About 10 seconds now for Team AMAM to be within their comfort zone. Now, obviously, there's a little bit of a buffer there, but you gotta think that post 15 minutes, that's when Sona, that's when Ezreal, that's when Lucian are gonna start getting that power. The second tower is gonna fall. We need all members of Counter Instigate on this inhibitor, defending right now. If they lose this, it gives Team AMAM a little bit too much pressure. And you can see Team AMAM are rushing it. Ghost Freak, they're trying to keep Ghost Freak safe because Jinx is the one who's, if anybody's gonna be pushing down this inhibitor, it's gonna be Ghost Freak, and it looks like that will be the case. 15 minutes and 20 seconds in, only 20 minutes past that that little mark that we set for Team AMAM to be within their comfort zone. A kill for Ghost Freak comes from the ultimate, and Maddie Bay is also taken low. Ghost Freak might just go ahead and for a dive here. Maybe not. Looks like that's not the case. Still so much defending for Counter Instigate to do, and this is a similar situation we found them in last game, where even if Team AMAM go in and they start a team fight, and even if Team Counter Instigate, you know, 4-0s them, you know, aces them completely, it's still so early in the match, and the death numbers are still so low. Plus the ultimate from Tom Kench, that Team AMAM are going to be able to get back to that first tower to defend before Team Counter Instigate can push up and possibly even get their suicide. So this is a real tough situation, and you know what? With that first Nexus turret going down, only 16 minutes in, things are looking really tough. Team AMAM might even want to finish out this game right now, but yeah, he's taking low. He's going to be dropped. Gato Gods and Rethron, the only two left versus 4 members of Team AMAM. Make that another kill for AMAM. Rethron flashing in just for a last-ditch effort. He is going to get the stun on a Ghost Freak, but it looks like it's not even going to be enough. Ghost Pigeon swallows him up and spits him back out. Now, another ace for Team AMAM, and it looks like that's going to be another game, you guys. Another 2-0 sweep for Team AMAM. And they keep their undefeated win streak alive here in Draft Labs. This has got to be 30 or 40 matches in the tournament series that we've seen them play where they have gone undefeated. Very impressive and a good game. The Tom Kench worked out better than I had expected. I didn't think that the ally safety, the ally protection was going to be as useful as it was in this specific scenario. It was easy for Gross Pigeon just to walk up to an ally and chomp them down every time they got bound, every time something happened that was going to put them within too much damage. Now that I think about it, Team AMAM, they really thrive on single forms of crowd control. What will happen is they will get one bind from a Morgana, or one bind from a Lux, or one snare from a Jinx, and then every single one of them will turn their focus onto that champion, onto that enemy champion that's bound up, and then focus all their damage onto it. With that in mind, Tom Kench could actually be a good champion against Team AMAM strategy, and Team AMAM obviously can use him to use him to get victories for their own as well, but I think that he would actually work out against Team AMAM as well. The only issue is that he doesn't bring quite enough damage, but he is tanky, and he can soak up a lot of damage too. So Tom Kench, maybe somebody to think about for your next anti-AMAM or Team AMAM counter comp, you could say. Well played, and Team AMAM can keep their undefeated streak here with a 2-0 over Team Counter Instigate. Well played, you guys. GG.